Hi, my name is Eric Bowers. Welcome to the barn here at Abundance Community Farm where I live. This is my video blog, and my topic today is the inner lover. Most of the things that I talk about on my blog here you can also find in my book, Meet Me in Hard to Love Places, which you can find on Amazon. It's got some nonviolent communication in there, attachment theory, interpersonal neurobiology, shadow work. It's got song lyrics and stories. So the inner lover. The outer lover is the person that you're in love with, that you fall in love with, and that brings you alive, that stirs the passion and the inspiration and the opening. And what I've found is that if we're not attending equally, if we're not equally committed to our inner lover, then the relationship with the outer lover gets really challenging and doesn't work so well. So I've put together about 5 different ways that we can really enhance our inner lover. Our inner lover is the part that generates the passion, inspiration, and love and compassion in ourselves. And these 5 different ways, they overlap a little bit, and I believe they're all important. They can each be a way to hide from things that we don't want to do or look at. So they're meant to be balanced with the others. The first way to connect with the inner lover is to do the things that you love to do. Things that generate passion, inspiration, compassion, and enthusiasm, and so on. Things that when you're doing them, after you're done, you feel more in love, and all those qualities of the energy of love. And without drugs and alcohol. Those don't count. In fact, if you're using drugs and alcohol with doing the things you love, it's probably becoming a way to hide from the other things that I'll talk about. And it's important to look at, not everything you do that's something you love needs to really stir great inspiration and passion, but it should connect you to some energy of love. Maybe it's compassion, maybe it's more oneness, unity, and so on. So doing the things you love is number 1. For me, it's things like music, hiking, dance, and so on. Number 2 is getting to know yourself, becoming more intimate with yourself, discovering more of yourself, being with yourself. So things like meditation, journaling, maybe yoga or qigong, things that have an inward focus and connection that help you get to know, not just get to know, but also just be with yourself more. Be present with yourself. I believe that an essential part of love is presence. The two go hand in hand. So we need to cultivate presence in ourselves, and often in doing so, we discover and become more intimate with ourselves. Number 3 is doing healing. Healing the wounds that you carry from the past. We all carry wounds from our past, and our brain is designed to store them in ways in which they keep getting triggered so that they can heal. I go into that in more detail in my book. When we do the healing work, then we open up more space for love, for all those energies of love. And healing work that I like to do, breath work, any kind of therapeutic work that helps me feel more and be more in in my body. Talking without connecting to the body isn't really as effective. There can be some relief for sure, but to do the deeper healing, we need to really get into the body. I talk about that in my book as well. We all carry different defenses and beliefs and that we use to protect ourselves, or that we created from our wounds and our trauma, that are blocking our capacity to keep expanding into more love. So healing work is essential. Number 4 is a type of healing work, which is shadow work. Shadow work involves reclaiming all the parts of ourselves that we had to disown in order to fit in and to belong and be accepted in our family and in our community. Because we need to belong to feel like we are going to survive, any part of ourselves that isn't accepted gets disowned and hidden away into the shadow. So maybe an emotion like anger or fear. Often men have to hide away some of their vulnerable emotions in order to be accepted. Might be aspects of our sexuality, might be aspects of our brilliance. All kinds of different things can go into the shadow. And the way we bury it away is we look at these things as wrong and bad, and we judge them and condemn them. And that's how we stuff them away. And if we don't learn to reclaim them, then that judgment goes towards other people who are expressing those qualities. Often our lover, our external lover or friends, people that we're close to. So without reclaiming the shadow, we're going to have real problems in relationships, because we'll be judging outward the things that we had to judge of ourselves, in ourselves. Number 5 is to make the contribution that you came here to make, to fulfill your purpose. One of the great ways to be in the energy of love is to know you've made a difference, and particularly the difference that you were meant to make. When people write me to tell me how my book has helped them, it just opens my heart and helps me feel a lot of love and a lot of connection and celebration. This finding the purpose, fulfilling the purpose, making the difference you're meant to make is quite a journey, and not an easy one for most people. And one of the reasons for that is because we used to have lots of ritual and things like rites of passage that were designed to help us discover our purpose, and then elders and mentors that helped us to understand it and develop it, and so on. So we don't have that as much anymore. It's becoming more and more available in different ways. So I encourage you to try to not get too stuck on the purpose that is right for you, but just to keep looking. It's important to keep looking for it and keep discovering it. And all of those other 4 ways to be with your inner lover: doing what you love, being more intimate with yourself, doing your healing work and your shadow work, all of those are going to inform your purpose in the world. On top of that, if you get a chance to do some ritual, maybe a rite of passage of some kind, I strongly recommend that as well, to inform and discover more of your purpose. My journey with my purpose is an ongoing one in which it's like a treasure hunt, and I keep looking for the next piece of the puzzle. So, to wrap up, I'll say, don't try to do it all alone. It's your inner lover, but get all the help you can get to support your inner lover and to do these different things that help your inner lover. We're not meant to do it alone. It's more fun and generally more effective to do it with lots of support. I hope that's helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please put them below. And stay tuned for future blog posts.